X1! Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, playing some more Terra 0.6.2.2, the newest unstable build. This time I'm in the R&D and I went searching for these rock formations that have been popping up all over the place, and found some. This one I've been seeing some people make some airfields on them and everything, and there's not really a better way to use them. Having an airfield up there just seemed awesome to me. And as you've seen, mine might be a little different than others. I like fire and sharp stuff. Yeah, I made mine with 3 entrances, so I figure I'll just go and try them out and see if they're actually accessible, I guess. Somewhat manageable to hit. It's a little small though, but you gotta kind of dive into it. Can't do that gentle rolling stop like you see real planes do. But it seems to work fairly good. There's those weird pauses there. Not so much lag, I don't think, but just freezes up for those few seconds. So the side, yeah, there it goes again. So my side entrance seems to be not too bad. It's kind of a short stop. But it's doable. That's the main thing. And this, if I had a better approach, maybe, I don't know, it's getting hit. Oh, nice. Oh, it ticked the wing. It was almost a sweet landing. Well, line her up, get ready for the next flight. Oh. Being kind of weird there. Yeah, I got traveling around because, well, I got to see if there's more. And well, I found the same one again. Oh, no, not going to make that one. See if I can stick a landing on such a small target. It's hard to get turned in. This plane doesn't have the best turning radius. Unless you do something crazy like that. And that's pretty much the most successful way to land on a small spot with this plane. But yeah, I've been going around and I figure I'll mark them. And then I'll see how many blue dots show up. But I'm not sure if it's gonna work the way I hope. Because when I was in the main game I had found at least 2. I put a marker on each of them, and I think I only had my other one, my tech. I don't think I had a base, and I was not having all my markers show up all the time after I got so far away. Yeah, I found this one too, so there's more than just the one in here. It's just they're spread around and random, so this one kind of looks neat. Almost looks like a, I don't know, maybe like a head or a rabbit or something. Just got its ears nubbed off. Poor thing. Looks like I'm sitting up off of it. I don't know, it didn't look like I was touching right on top of it or something. But this one, actually, the anchors work better. Yeah, I am. Looks like I'm floating right above it. So yeah, it might be a little weirdness with the collisions or whatever, and what I'm actually sitting on, what it considers the real terrain and not just a visual. But yeah, I found another one of them too. So yeah, you get multiples of all the different types. I just kind of like to find all the different types. Like, I don't know how many there really is, but so far I found 2. And I heard of one that's like a ramp. I've seen a picture of it, or it can be used as a ramp. So I'm still gonna go looking for that. If there's a ramp in here, I'd like to try it. I got a handy little tech that I made there for the gauntlet run, or what track was it? The new one, home run. Oh, there it is. So yeah, but that tech I made for the gauntlet run, it works surprisingly well on hills and ramps and climbing stuff. So I want to see what it can do on this. Because from what I've seen in the pictures, this has potential for maybe surprising me with my, well, it's a hover tack, what it'll be able to do. Get my terminal here. Hopefully it shows. Oh, there it is. Shows right up. Perfect. I've had some text not showing up in these. My big ones, mostly. So yeah, this guy. I call him Hoverdom Hills. And he works kind of nice, really. He's my best hover tack I've ever made. I haven't really made too many of them, but as you can see, he'll climb this ramp like nothing. A little bumpy on the get-go, but it is a pretty steep ramp. He follies pretty good too, though. Like, he doesn't just fall after he goes off, but he glides for a while, and probably those forward thrusters that really help. Yeah, that start really takes a chunk of speed off you. But as you can see, he doesn't even beat the ground when he lands, so he's light enough for those hover pads to really protect him. I don't know if I can get a smoother lineup and get a better or a less bumpy transition from ground to ramp, but I don't know. Looks like it'd be a tough one. Try something a little different here. Will it work? Oh, look at that, right up the side. I'm liking that. That's got me curious. I don't know. I don't think there's enough angle on these sides. Maybe there. I can probably climb that. Oh, look at that. Like nothing. Oh, oh, oh. Getting pinched. Well, this side. Come on, Bessie. You can do it. I believes in you. Oh, my wheel's hurting now. Just got to get that to wobble just enough so the front can get on it. I bet you it would do it. See, like this? Oh, see, like jump. Oh no, I need a little more speed or something. Maybe I'd be able to jump up onto the top part. Wonder if I can get up the tall side of this. Oh yeah, look at that go. Might be a little tricky. You can even steer a little bit. Oh, come on, bob your way up there. Bob's your uncle. Nice. Oh, you don't like that, eh? That surprised me. I kind of thought he'd get stuck at the top. Just stick there and just keep bobbing his butt up and down. It's like you... it's not too bad of a glide. Got a little speed at it, maybe. Oh, ran into him. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. So now where do I want to go? See if I can go find some more stuff, maybe. Well, I've run into this guy again. Barely chase him down a bit. He's actually moving along. Oh man, that flying's horrible. He's actually moving along pretty good without a driver. Those hovers, they just keep going and going. So I was on my way back to land and had me some mishaps with my front propeller. So I'm trying to get back up here without my front propeller. And it might work. Oh, look at that. Just missed it. By a hair. Oh. No. Can I catch myself and... Oh, nice little glide. I got landed pretty decent for where I was starting with. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Much better just to put the propeller on it and get myself back up there instead of fighting with it, because it ain't gonna go. Wow, now I could fly worth of crap. Turn a wee bit. Oh, there we go. Cut the engines! Coming in hot! Oh. Looks like we're running out of laneway. Our runway's just too short. Huh. Those cabs on the bottom actually lets me roll around a little better. With that gyro on there, it wouldn't let me do that really before. I'll take that. Any landing you can walk away from. It's a good one. But that's enough with the R&D and just flying around. I wanted to get out here and do some bad one, really. I just wanted to check the R&D out first. I heard there was a bunch of new stuff, but from what I can tell, mostly it's just those rock formations. I haven't really found too much that was super awesome other than that. But yeah, these guys are actually not too bad for what I think of as sumo bot. They're sticking in there a bit. Ooh, look at this guy. My biggest fan. Or not my biggest fan, but biggest fan. Ah, I have defeated you. I will see one of your clones later, most likely. So I got a wee bit of a mess, but we'll get that tidied up. It shouldn't be too long. Kind of wouldn't mind a little faster charge up time for that SCU. Instantaneous would be awesome, but it wouldn't make much sense for the block. It is supposed to be a base block, the heart of your base, so I could see why it's... Huh. That's kind of nice. Just dropping terminals on me. But yeah, I can see why it should have the charge time. It's not really meant to be a fast cleanup tool. They've just been nice enough to leave it as is, so we can use it like that until everything else is implemented into the game. But we do have scrap magnets now, and they're still being worked on, so... Me, I'd like to see like a portable SCU, like, relay or something maybe. So you just throw it down, it anchors, boom, blocks in its area, just sucked away. Automatically go back to your SCU. Yeah, this is something else that I've been starting to notice. A lot of my enemies are replaced by Big Tony. And it's not always just the GSO enemies that are being replaced by them. I've been watching my numbers, and from battle to battle, sometimes they'll be GSO, sometimes they'll be Venture, and sometimes they could, well, I think they might even be coming in for Geocore here and there. Because I've maxed out licenses and I haven't been fighting the proper people from those cores. And I'm not sure about the rewards, like if you beat GSO, do you get a GSO part or whatever, or if you're supposed to, but I've gotten Geocore parts from battling the odd Venture tech that I've been against, and just different stuff like that. So yeah, we get to my first invader of this episode. And he's a big one, but I just don't see him doing a whole lot. He doesn't have the weaponry. I got him pretty nicely hung up on my SCU, so there's not really much to worry about. I just want to pot shot him a little bit, see if I can just take out the cabs and minimize my damage. Yeah, well, let's chew him up. I've been nice enough. The nice thing is it doesn't hurt my SCU, my damage. So that's pretty sweet. It'd be kind of cool if you just pull the blocks right out of there, like with your SCU, as instead of them getting jammed up. So as you knock them off, they ting on, ting on, ting on. That'd be sweet. Yeah, see, it looks like I get a little Venture guy over there. So yeah, after battling a whole whack of big Tonys, it's nice to get some different tech. Oh, little guy. No, he didn't last very long. But still a wee bit of a battle. Sometimes those little guys, they can be a heck of a challenge when you're in a tech even this size. It's not that big, but it's kind of slow turning, doesn't move great. So they can get around you and shoot you up. And then you get these guys, they're just gonna run away. It's like, come here! Come on, man! Oh, he's trying to lead me into something. Look at all them on the radar. They're trying to be sneaky, set me up like that. What the hell, eh? Now, how many are gonna fight though? Oh, Venture Dude, he wants the scrapper out now. That's another thing I've noticed. I've been getting a lot of runaways, like even from the little Tonys. Ah, Venture Grade 3! Nice. I've been working on that one for a while. Venture seems to be the hardest license to fill. So yeah, as far as runaways, a lot of them will run and run for pretty good distance, but then if you keep after them, they seem to just say, alright, that's enough. And then they turn around and they want to fight. Oh, destroyed the base. I guess I'm supposed to keep them. Maybe I get better points or something. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I can't tell if that went for a Venture one or what it was. Well, I guess that other Venture tech might have been the Venture. Oh well. So yeah, even Big Tony, I guess. I keep always wanting to call him Little. But even when it's just him as the enemy, as long as they just fight, that's the best thing. One thing I noticed there too, there was actually a Venture Cab, or AI there, and it wasn't a prize or a reward. So yeah, like, look at this guy, he's running away. But yeah, it didn't blow, that cab didn't blow up. Yeah, so he's the runaway. The other guy was a scrapper. And that guy, well, he just scared. He's like, come on, man. If I don't move, you can't see me. Oh, dang it, he saw me. Doing too many push-ups. Should have stopped. Oh, I got another terminal. I like those terminals, they look neat. I don't use them a whole lot because I usually already have my small one, and my techs are usually kind of crowded. Smaller the better, I find, for these little guys. I like using those ones at my base. Sometimes my bases will get a little big, and those bigger terminals are just easier to find. Yeah, see if I can speed up the cleanup here. Just bring them over instead of having to redeploy. Sometimes it seems quicker, but sometimes it ends up backfiring. It takes you so long. Just, oh, got to inch up forward. I'm out of range. A little more. Little more. And my terminal. There. Nice, another invader with a guy. Ooh, get to finish a mission and do an invader. What can you get? How do you get any better than that, eh? A lot of little pip guns, I think they're called. I don't know if I can get them. Oh, that was a bad idea. Now he's just gonna take off. Well, they're not leaving my skew too long. Cage car. Let's see. Oh, is that dude from before? Yeah, I don't think so. I didn't even hang you up on the SCU this time, buddy. What happened to you? Why ain't you moving? The invaders were working fine before. It was just the mission enemies and stuff that were mostly not fighting. Oh, you got wheels on you wrong. Never noticed that. First time. Yeah, I like the flamethrowers. I like how they trail things around. It's not really hitting anything, but they're more of a small vehicle weapon, I think. If you get anything like this with a nose on it, flames might not even get to it. My big stuff, jeez. Flamethrowers are just on it for show. They wouldn't be able to attack nothing. But they do look cool. How do you go wrong with fire? Well, if you get hurt, I guess. So yeah, I was out there looking for blue crystals, and this one just will not let me harvest it. I think I got one lump out of it maybe, but after that or maybe it was one around it or something. But yeah, just driving right on through that one. Well, I guess I gotta go somewhere else to finish that one. This should wrap up that crystal mission. There we go. Get the big armor for it. So as I went through, I've changed the back of my vehicle, and so I changed her once for the selling. As you can see, I got the 4 cannons going on, and I've changed it once before, I think, for refining. And I'm not sure, but I might change it again because I need to generate some power. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should see about tackling that, because this ain't really generating anything. I don't even think the generators are pulling out of those little collectors. That's how I was hoping they'd work, but I haven't seen nothing glowing on them, and my batteries keep dying. Lots of stuff keeps selling though. I guess it's possible maybe those collectors aren't getting anything because everything's selling or refining selling fast enough where the center takes it all. But either way, this system ain't working out to the best potential. Gotta do something. This space can be better used. Hate having to always drop down solar gens and that. Gets old kinda quick. Yeah, I've heard of a couple bugs where if you put things real close together like this, sometimes you get duplicate actions. So like I could put one resource in maybe one of them generators and both of them will be charging. I'll get double the power. And things like that, so they're passing from one to another within the machines themselves without conveyors. Because the main one that I've heard about is the delivery cannons. You put like 3 or 4 of them together, and then you sell something in the one, and you'll get 4 times the money for it, or more. Like if you had line them up, who knows? I seen one tech there, and it must have had like hundreds of them on it, and I bet you they'd all go at once. The forum member that was doing it, I think that's what he was showcasing, was that bug. So yeah, we had the idea of putting filters on so that they'd pull out of the collectors. But I'm kind of having me a moment here though. The problem being is I kind of forgot refineries are a good idea. That's the end of my conveyor, not the start of my system. Not the start of my system. Well, I'll notice that. I'll realize that in a minute or two. See, if I remember, it's right about here. Like, dang it. Yeah, dang it. Yeah, that hindsight, it's always 20/20. But yeah, from time to time I'll start at the ends of my refining production system, and other times I start at the start, so it's not uncommon for me to like, oops, had me a moment. Get thinking about too many different things, I guess. Lose track of some of the important ones. Yeah, I want to try and work as many refineries in here as I can, but keep it small. And I like the idea of the super compact, everything's so tight, air barely fits between it. I do like the the way it works and looks and all that, but I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to allow it forever. And I've had issues before about being thrown around by resources when I was using that, so it makes me a little leery on it. I might have to try one soon though. See how small and more efficient I can make something. Might surprise myself. I just like to see it, everything moving around too though, I think is what it is. Then I watch all the pretty colors flying around. I've been thinking of trying to make a good one as a second entry for a super refinery challenge that they've had. But I don't know, I haven't really come up with a good idea yet. Or a good motivating idea, I should say. So yeah, this guy, he's going to be more meant for this version of him. Is pick up a ton, hopefully refine it fast, make use of resources and power, and sell everything else. And I'm going to be kind of limited and have to be kind of careful what I pick and watch it, because these collectors, you can fill them right up and only have one refinery attached. And when you only have one refinery attached, it really will only empty out that one spot on the collector that you're attached to. So you could have it full and it'll empty it out except for one in the other 3 spots that you're not attached to. So if you get the wrong resources in the way, you could end up with a bunch of really good power generating fuels being left in the thing, and you gotta move them manually or wait until you get more. Well, there was a discussion on the Steam forums about the changes in that, and if they changed the collectors to be able to all empty all their contents out of one port, as I'll call them, or one spot, and act a lot like a receiver, the whole change could be a lot nicer and smoother. Even if we do need a receiver to pass mass resources out of them, like to bang, empty them right out like we always have been, that would be fine. But if we could have like a collector receiver combination in the way they behave with how they empty, I don't think the transition to the new way would be that hard. Because I've got this thing working about the same, a little slower, a little bigger, but still doable, and it can be improved a lot. Like this is just rough on the fly, enough to get me going so I can go and fight some more. Trying to get these missions maxed out. I'm getting close. Got old Geocore done. Just need Venture and a whole lot of GSO. Yeah, I've been trying to find a nice way using this and not fall victim to the bubble bump, because I've had an issue with these before where the big bubbles, they seem to collide and then they don't let you actually have your melee weapons pass through them. Now, I don't know if that's intended, because I've heard the shields may have different behaviors, but I got a feeling it's not. So I'm just going to try and get this back as far as I can out of my way, but still protect me a bunch. Because at this size, usually the megatons start showing up. Now I know they've been, as they say, nerfed, and the area of effect's been reduced. The damage itself, I think, has been reduced. So they won't be as insanely overpowering, but they're probably still going to hurt a wee bit. Drain my shields, I bet. Batteries won't like those megatons. I'll get her all put back together and I should be good to go here. Yep, pack her back up. I think we're gonna call that test worthy anyway. I'm not gonna call it good by any means, but we'll call her test worthy. And I'm gonna go get that guy. So as I take this guy out, if you've liked what you saw, throw some likes around, head to my channel and subscribe so you can get my latest videos as they come out, or just hop down into the comments, even if just to say hello. I'd love to hear from all of you. It's going down, Big Tony, for 489th time. So, till next time, everybody, have a good one. Bye.